Gentlemen, let me begin with a question that may hit close to home. How often do you wake up feeling like your body just isn't keeping up with you anymore? You roll out of bed already feeling drained, your mind is foggy, your motivation is low, and what used to come naturally, energy, drive, even morning vitality, now feels inconsistent or absent. For many men, this quiet shift happens gradually. Days turn into months, and before long, the mirror reflects not just age, but a body asking for better care. The truth is, the way you start your morning holds extraordinary power over the rest of your day and, more importantly, over the quality of your health and masculinity. What if I told you that by devoting just 15 to 20 minutes every morning, before you even take your first sip of coffee, you could trigger a natural hormonal chain reaction that increases testosterone, boosts blood flow, and reignites the strength and confidence you once took for granted? This is not a fantasy. It's biology, and it's entirely within your control. The biggest misconception men have is that decline is inevitable, that aging automatically means weakness, fatigue, or loss of performance. But the reality is that most of what men experience as aging is not a predetermined fate. The cumulative effect of habits that suppress natural testosterone production, constrict blood flow, and disrupt hormonal balance. When you reverse those patterns, your body responds quickly and powerfully. The same systems that seem to be failing you are capable of regenerating strength, clarity, and vitality when given the right inputs. And one of the most effective ways to provide those inputs is through a carefully structured morning routine. Let's begin with something deceptively simple: hydration. After a full night's sleep, your body wakes up in a state of mild dehydration. Most men don't realize that even a 1 to 2% drop in hydration can significantly impair energy, mood, and blood circulation. Yet, what do most men reach for immediately upon waking? Coffee. And while caffeine provides a temporary burst of alertness, it further dehydrates the body and spikes stress hormones, setting off a cascade of effects that can suppress testosterone. The solution is straightforward: start your day with a tall glass of filtered water, ideally with a squeeze of fresh lemon. The citric acid supports liver detoxification, aiding in the processing of hormones and reducing inflammation. This single step helps balance your body chemistry before introducing caffeine or food. Within days, you'll notice a subtle shift: less grogginess, clearer focus, and an immediate improvement in how you feel from the inside out. The second key to rejuvenation lies not in a supplement or a pill, but in something freely available every day: sunlight. Natural light exposure within the first hour of waking is one of the most powerful biological triggers for male hormonal health. When light enters your eyes, it signals the brain to shut off melatonin and activate cortisol in healthy amounts, synchronizing your circadian rhythm and priming your body for energy production. More importantly, exposure to natural light stimulates the Leydig cells in your testes, which play a central role in testosterone synthesis. Studies consistently show that men who get early morning sunlight have higher testosterone levels, improved sleep quality, and better mood regulation. Even on cloudy days, natural light is far superior to artificial indoor lighting. Just 5 to 10 minutes outside without sunglasses. During that initial exposure resets your internal clock and prepares your endocrine system for optimal function throughout the day. After hydrating and getting sunlight, the next step is to activate the mind-body connection through conscious breathing. Most men underestimate the power of breath. Shallow, rapid breathing keeps your nervous system locked in a state of low-grade stress, flooding your bloodstream with cortisol and adrenaline. This not only interferes with testosterone production but also restricts blood flow, the very thing necessary for strong, consistent erections. A simple yet powerful practice known as alternate nostril breathing can transform your physiology in minutes. By alternating the inhalation and exhalation between nostrils, you balance both hemispheres of the brain, activate the parasympathetic nervous system, and increase nitric oxide production. Nitric oxide is the molecule responsible for dilating blood vessels, enhancing circulation to your heart, brain, and reproductive organs. With only 2 to 3 minutes of this breathing exercise, you create a calm, focused mental state while improving the physical foundation for performance. Now that your body and mind are aligned, it's time to talk about food, or rather, the timing of it. The habit of eating immediately upon waking is one of the most overlooked contributors to hormonal imbalance. Your body is designed to operate in cycles of feeding and fasting. When you extend your natural overnight fast by a few hours each morning, You activate metabolic processes that improve insulin sensitivity, reduce inflammation, and promote fat burning. This state, known as time-restricted eating, has profound effects on hormone regulation. Excess abdominal fat is one of the strongest suppressors of testosterone. By simply delaying your first meal for 12 to 14 hours after dinner, you allow your body to shift from storage mode into repair mode. Instead of heavy breakfasts that leave you sluggish, your energy stabilizes, your mind stays sharper, and your hormonal environment becomes more favorable for sexual and cardiovascular health. Equally important to physical conditioning is mental conditioning. One of the most underestimated tools for hormonal balance and performance is gratitude. Modern science has repeatedly shown that a daily gratitude practice reduces cortisol levels and increases dopamine and serotonin, two neurotransmitters closely tied to motivation, happiness, and sexual desire. Gratitude isn't merely a psychological exercise, it's a biological recalibration. When you begin your day focusing on appreciation rather than stress, you redirect your energy from survival to expansion. A simple routine of writing down 3 things you're grateful for, or sending a kind message to someone you appreciate, takes less than 2 minutes but creates a lasting effect on your emotional state. Men who adopt this practice often notice not just improved mood, but better relationships and a calmer, more grounded presence in daily interactions. From gratitude, the next layer of optimization comes through visualization. The human brain does not fully distinguish between imagined and real experiences. When you mentally rehearse success, seeing yourself strong, confident, and in control, you stimulate the same neural pathways that activate during actual performance. This mental training strengthens confidence, lowers anxiety, and conditions your mind to expect victory rather than fear failure. Athletes, entrepreneurs, and high performers across fields use visualization as a daily ritual because it works. When combined with calm breathing and gratitude, visualization transforms intention into momentum. Just 60 seconds of imagining your best self moving through the day with power and clarity can dramatically influence the way you carry yourself, make decisions, and respond to challenges. Finally, no morning routine is complete without movement. Not a full gym workout, but dynamic, deliberate motion designed to wake up the body's core systems. Begin by standing tall, feet shoulder-width apart, knees slightly bent, and moving through wide, rhythmic arm swings or light squats for a few minutes. This type of movement activates circulation, warms up the pelvic muscles, and stimulates lymphatic flow, helping to clear metabolic waste that builds overnight. The pelvic region, often neglected in traditional exercise, is essential for male vitality. Gentle dynamic movements that engage the hips and lower abdomen improve blood flow to the reproductive organs, enhance flexibility, and support prostate health. As you move, focus on breathing deeply into your diaphragm, letting the body and breath synchronize into a natural rhythm. Within minutes, you'll feel the body awaken, your mind sharpen, and your posture realign, a clear signal that you're ready for the day ahead. What makes this entire routine so powerful is not its complexity but its consistency. Each step: hydration, sunlight, breathwork, fasting, gratitude, visualization, and movement targets a specific system that contributes to male performance. Together, they form a complete cycle of optimization. Hydration nourishes cells, sunlight regulates hormones, breathing enhances circulation, fasting refines metabolism, gratitude stabilizes mood, visualization strengthens confidence, and movement primes the body for strength. None of these steps require expensive equipment, complicated supplements, or hours of time. Yet, when performed daily, they reset the internal machinery that drives vitality, confidence, and masculine health. For men over 40, the benefits of this approach extend far beyond sexual health. Morning routines that support testosterone and blood flow also improve heart function, brain clarity, muscle tone, and emotional stability. Erectile performance, often seen as a separate issue, is actually a mirror of total health. When blood vessels, hormones, and nerves function optimally, every aspect of life from focus to physical stamina improves. It's no coincidence that men who prioritize their morning rituals often report better concentration, reduced stress, and enhanced productivity throughout the day. The body is not compartmentalized. When you strengthen one system, the others follow. It's also crucial to understand that improvement takes consistency, not perfection. You don't need to perform all 7 steps flawlessly every single day. The real transformation happens through repetition. Your body thrives on rhythm. When you teach it to expect hydration, light, breath, stillness, movement, and nourishment in the right sequence, it begins to anticipate balance. Hormones stabilize, energy returns, and the sense of control that many men feel slipping away begins to reemerge. Over time, this morning routine becomes less of a checklist and more of a ritual, a daily investment in your own longevity. For those skeptical that such simple practices can make a profound difference, consider this: the body's most powerful medicines are created internally. Testosterone, nitric oxide, serotonin, dopamine, these are natural compounds your system produces when properly stimulated. Every glass of water, every deep breath, every minute in sunlight, every grateful thought sends biochemical signals that recalibrate your internal environment. The modern world constantly bombards men with stress, processed food, artificial light, and sleepless nights. This routine is a daily antidote, a way to reclaim sovereignty over your biology and remind your body how to function at its peak. As you integrate these steps, expect gradual but undeniable change. Within a week, you may notice better focus and energy. Within 2 weeks, your sleep may deepen, your mood stabilize, and your motivation increase. By the 3rd week, you may begin to feel the tangible return of morning vitality, the kind of strength that signals your system is recalibrating. But the greatest reward goes beyond any physical outcome. It's the confidence that comes from knowing you are not at the mercy of time, but an active participant in your own renewal. Too many men surrender to the idea that aging means diminishing returns. They see fatigue and reduced performance as signs of inevitability rather than feedback from their bodies. But when you provide the right cues: hydration, light, breath, movement, gratitude, the body listens and responds. This isn't about vanity or short-term results. It's about reclaiming the foundational health that allows you to live fully and perform consistently in every area of life. So tomorrow morning, before you reach for your phone or pour your coffee, take those 20 minutes for yourself. Drink your water, step into the light, breathe deeply, move deliberately, think gratefully, visualize powerfully. Give your body and mind the structure they crave. You'll begin each day not in reaction, but in command. And that single decision to start with intention may be the most powerful choice you ever make for your health, your relationships, and your longevity. Because true strength is not just about muscles or youth, it's about alignment of body, mind, and purpose. When you build that alignment each morning, you do more than enhance your performance. You remind yourself that vitality is not something you lose with age, it's something you create with discipline. Every sunrise offers you another chance to start fresh, to turn routine into power, and to wake up not only to a new day, but to a stronger version of yourself.